What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris bringing you more games from the Starseries Season 3. This time it's going to be between Kharkiv on the Radiant and Na'Vi on the Dire, so Archstyle is going to be facing up against his old team. And looks like the first pick is going to be Templar Assassin, Na'Vi responding with at least a Rubik. The ban's looking pretty normal. The Wisp is really a team ban. I mean, against some teams you would never ban out the Wisp ever because you know that they just wouldn't do it. But against others, well, like Kharkiv's going as Elite, I know they love the Wisp. Empire do love the Wisp as well. Well, then you go ahead and ban that Wisp because Wisps are just such a huge problem. So really, he's a sliding scale as far as his importance to a team goes. But really, it's up to the captains. It's up to how well you know the other team. And Archstyle, his captaining has been known to be kind of weird. He's always been, or he does like to try weird things, and sometimes doesn't pan out. Most of the times doesn't pan out, honestly. But I mean, you always want to be prepared. And Wisp, you just get so much versatility by picking up that hero. Na'Vi opening up in a very interesting fashion, going to go for their support right off the bat. Usually Shadow Shaman does make it to the second round of picks, so they kind of want it first. Wouldn't be surprised to see their hard carry as their third. Support, hard carry. But anyway, guys, this is still 0.74, and I think for the next, like, 7 games, it's all going to be 0.74, because all of these are played on October 2nd, and it's October 26th now. So that's about how far behind I am. So that should be fun. I don't think anyone actually cares about 0.74 anymore, because it's not interesting anymore, because we've seen like a million games of it. I don't know how all of the other casters like maintain this like high level of excitement and everything when all the picks are the same. But I mean, I guess I'm just impatient. I don't know. Na'Vi, they're gonna third pick up that Broodmother, so they are going to have that long lane. Most likely it is going to be Light of Heaven on that hero. Kharkiv, on the other hand, TA, Venomancer plus a Morphling. Venomancer as a pseudo ban out so that Na'Vi can't pick up the Venomancer in response to the TA. Also with the Morphling and TA, I mean, they're going to have a pretty solid late game. Usually the deal with that is Morphling is your hard carry, TA is your semi carry. So it's like Morphling is 1 position, TA is the 2 position, and then use TA's early game power to really make space for your Morphling. Of course, you have 2 other heroes to do that as well, or 3 other heroes to do that as well. So it's all about getting that Morphling farm. Na'Vi, on the other hand, well, they have some pretty good pushing. If they get a high level on the Shadow Shaman, they get some good Spiderlings going, and they could push down towers pretty decently. Kharkiv don't really have that much AoE, as I say that, they pick up more AoE, the Windrunner. The bans banning out the jungling heroes is Kharkiv, and Na'Vi banning out the long lane heroes, the supporty-esque heroes. But Kharkiv picked up a long lane hero anyway, so that is not going to phase them all that much. And Na'Vi, what do they need right now? They could mid lane that Rubik, Dendi's Rubik. I mean, you guys I'm sure have seen TI2, or you know, the grand finals of TI2. Rubik on Dendi is quite a sight to behold. But they also could run it as support, put Puppy on the Rubik, put what's his face, Art on the Shadow Shaman, and then support the carry on the top lane. And that might be their goal. Picking up the CK, getting more lockdown for that Morphling. They have a pretty decent amount of stunning action. Okay. Well, Na'Vi, they're just gonna go for what works, I guess. Pudge for Dendi, CK for Admiration. I think that was who it was. Probably is going to be the lanes that I have, designated out. But for Kharkiv, they're going to last pick the Sand King, mostly for that stunning. I mean, they don't really have many stuns aside from that Sand King, plus the Windrunner Shackle. So they need to get those stuns up, and they also need some more early game presence. They have to protect the Morphling, and Sand King is one of the best heroes at that. If you could land a 2-man Burrow Strike, well, that's just dandy. So we jump ourselves into the game. We have, what a surprise, who saw this one coming? Dendi on the Pudge, and what a surprise! Who saw this one coming? Light of Heaven on the Broodmother. Puppy is going to be playing the Rubik. Ours are on the Shadow Shaman, and Admiration on the CK. I am just spot on today. On the Kharkiv side, we have Always Wanna Fly playing that Windrunner, heading up towards the top lane. I don't know, I'm going to check out a little bit of his name, a little bit Unstoppable with the Morphling. He's rocking some pretty kick-ass headgear right there. It's actually pretty cool. So Unstoppable's going to be playing that Morphling art style on the Sand King, as he usually does. Whenever I see Kharkiv, it's always art style on the Sand King. And Dubas is going to be the Venomancer. Let's see what Alucard Undead is known as. Lanaya solo mid. Well, I guess he's Alucard. Fair enough. Yeah, in case you didn't know, Alucard is Dracula backwards. Yep, that was in some, like, old movie with Dracula. And also the Castlevania series. I'm pretty sure Alucard's a character there. And I'm not sure if he's undead in that series. I'm pretty sure he's just a regular guy. But, yeah, just a little bit of pretty useless did you know knowledge. Looks like it is going to be a tri-lane for Kharkiv on the bottom lane, Light of Heaven. Lay down some webs right now. But the tri-lane should have some sentry wards. They don't. Oh, they don't have any sentry wards. Uh-oh, Kharkiv, what you doing? You want to get sentry wards? It's a frickin' broodmother on the other end. Why the hell would you not get sentry wards?
30 seconds to battle.
So this could mean some pretty good things for Light of Heaven. That means he could actually sit around and get some experience in the top lane. It is going to be a tri-lane Admiration, Ars Art, as well as Puppy, I feel. Or, oh no, it's probably going to be a dual lane mid, and Ars Art's going to stick around. I don't know, these guys are traveling in a pack. Dendi usually is on this top lane, from what I've seen of his pudge. He's always, you know, getting the safe lane, so he gets that experience that way. And his hooks are pretty spot on, so he could still get a lot of kills in that mid lane. Ars Art, Puppy, and the CK wandering around just a little bit. Probably just trying to ward up the area a little bit. Yeah, there's one ward right there. We're going to see how they want to lane this, but Light of Heaven completely... What the hell web is this? Well, he probably just got jumped. He definitely did take a Burrow Strike from the Sand King. He was forced to pop that off, but now oh no, Light of Heaven, you're not in your web! Get back in! Get back in! Get back in! Get back into your web. Oh no, Light of Heaven might die to this one. Burrow Strike from our side. Wait for him in from Unstoppable, and Light of Heaven's gonna die to Sand King. Huge mistake from Light of Heaven. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Kharkiv, they pick up First Blood. And Na'Vi, I mean, that was not even like a... You got out of position. That was like something that you would expect from someone who's disconnected or something like that. That's kind of upsetting to watch. I mean, he was dueling the Sand King when he knew that the Venomancer was right next to him, and it's hard to watch. But anyway, it is going to be a dual lane for Na'Vi, Admiration plus Ars Art. So MAAA, Ama, is going to be going up against Alucard on this mid lane, but Kharkiv, they have some support here. Burrow Strike is very low range on this, so it's pretty much impossible to hit anyone with a level 1 Burrow Strike without any setup. Ars Art is on the run. Sand King does have a little more movement speed, but I don't think it'll even be worth it for him to go and chase that down. He is going to go and chase that down. I don't think he could get in range. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. No, they're just going to pressure him back. Artstyle and Dubas looks like it's going to be running a dual roaming strategy. Leaving Unstoppable on the spot lane, Light of Heaven will have a much easier time there than he usually does have, but the roaming squad for Kharkiv, they're running up towards the top lane where Puppy and Dendi are going up against Always Wanna Fly. Puppy looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble as Artstyle and Dubas rounding the bend. Dendi does have a level 1 hook, so he could pull Puppy out of danger if things come to that. Do they know that they're there? I don't think they do. Artstyle and Dubas could get a pretty effective gank if they hit anyone with a Burrow Strike, really. Always Wanna Fly, not yet level 2 though, so he doesn't have a shackle to follow up. He doesn't even have an aggressive skill, he has a defensive skill.
Nuh-uh.
I don't know if he really needed to level that up. Usually with anyone who has an escape, you want to hold on to their point, like Queen of Pain, Anti-Mage, anyone like that. You really want to hold on to your first skill point. Oh, Hook is going to latch onto Always Wanna Fly. Telekinesis from Puppy is going to drag her into the tower range. She's going to take 1 tower shot, 2 tower shots. A Windrunner does drop to the tower. Admiration, Ars Art got to be in a little bit of trouble though. They dropped down a Sentry Ward because they saw Artstyle pick up that invisibility rune, so they do see Artstyle. They're pretending they don't though. Maybe they're just trying to lure them into the tower range. Admiration, if he gets a good Reality Rift, there's a Reality Rift onto Ars Art. Getting some pretty good base damage. 2-second stun onto him. Where's the TA? TA's saying, fuck you, Ars Art. I'm not going to help you. Admiration with the right clicks. Picks up the Sand King kill. Dubas a little bit out of position there. Na'Vi just waiting for their chance to pounce, and they did pounce successfully. Admiration, Ars Art picking up 1 kill there. Teleportation from Artstyle coming right back into this mid lane, though. Maybe they're not done yet. Artstyle is a very weak hero. Less than 500 HP on him. And TA does do some pretty good damage. Dubas and Arstyle just camping out here, but still, Arstyle needs level 3. This level 1 Burrow Strike, its range is kind of pitiful. And level 3, it's not that much better, but hey, it's something. But Admiration's getting some farm there. Puppy doing the pulling action for Dendi, who would always want to fly with level 1 hook. And level 1 hook, it's so hard to hit people with level 1 hook, just because, well, most of the time when you're playing the game, you have a level 4 hook. That's just like how pudge games go. So like when you suddenly get a shorter hook, it's really hard to adapt to that. Of course, I'm sure Dendi knows what he's doing. He's one of, if not the best, pudge players in the world. Gale gonna miss everyone. Shackle now onto Alucard. Admiration is there for the right clicks. I don't think it'll be enough to actually kill this TA. She does have melt, so she'll escape with 50 HP. Admiration also looking pretty unhealthy. He's gonna wait to use his bottle charge. It's almost at the 4-minute mark, so he could get a rune if he's lucky. With the huge base damage on him, he should be able to get it successfully unless it's on the bottom. It is on the bottom. It is going to be a double damage rune. I don't think anyone from Kharkiv can actually take that though, so it should go towards Na'Vi. I want to keep an eye on this top lane where Dendi now has a level 3 hook. It's really that level 6, 7, and 9 mark where Pudge gets really powerful. But he already got 1 hook, so his power is pretty decent as well. Unstoppable, just farming up against Light of Heaven. Light of Heaven's doing decently for himself, all things considered. And is there any sentry wards? Have they picked up any sentry wards? No, they haven't. Well, I guess Light of Heaven is okay with that, I guess. And of course, as soon as I say that, mid lane does go down. Arzart as well as Admiration both took a Gale, I suppose, and there's the base damage from TA. Shadow Shaman is probably going to live from this, but Na'Vi losing 1. My apologies there. I should really put my water cup on the left side so I could grab it with my left hand instead of grabbing it with my mouse hand. I mean, I probably should have been doing that from the beginning just because it seems like a very intuitive thing to do. Pudge on the sidelines looking for, oh no, that wasn't Pudge. Dendi still farming up. Needs that level 6 mark for Dismember. Especially when you're up against someone like a Windrunner. Get that extra movement speed from Windrun. Plus the, well, the Dismember really shuts that down. I mean, magic damage doesn't matter if you're trying to hit her or not. Where did Shadow Shaman go? Shadow Shaman's back at the base. Okay, still there. But gotta keep an eye on this top lane, because Dendi could get a kill at a moment's notice. He's going to smoke up, and that usually does mean he's going to look towards the mid lane. It's completely spotted out by yellow, though. I mean, Kharkiv should know that Pudge has a smoked seat, so they should be on their toes just a little bit. But anyway, as we push the 6-minute mark, it is 2 for 2. The advantages should be, yeah, they're a little bit in Navi's favor. Even though they did lose that first blood, they're farming that much better, because Always Want to Fly not getting anything, whereas Light of Heaven getting quite a bit on the spot lane. Bot lane swing is really in favor of them, and combine that with the fact that Art Style plus Dubas have been roaming around the map for a long time, as opposed to Puppy and Arzart, who've been more sitting in the lane. You have a more guaranteed sense of gold and experience income coming out from those heroes. So Na'Vi they're a little bit ahead, but still, the Kharkiv team have yet to really hit their stride, because they have Morphling for the late game, as well as TA, who, I mean, she's been having a little bit of difficulty versus Admiration, Arzart. But really, the early game doesn't really belong to any particular team. Like, no team depends on the early game. It's really going to be that mid-game mark where Pudge starts to get really dangerous, where TA starts to get really dangerous. And then that is when we will see a giant burst of action. Unstoppable, like, he's farming decently, I guess. 5 CS per minute, not bad. But he is just going to invest strictly for the late game. Oh no, Art, waveform down, Artstyle looking for the burst strike down, level 2, come on, do it! He could have landed it there. Artstyle is going to survive from that one, because Artstyle walked right into a Hex, Shackle from Light of Heaven's damage is going to bring Sand King down. I feel like he could have avoided that if he just burrow struck. I mean, the circle, if I remember correctly, the circle doesn't exactly, oh, the top lane, Hook did land on Always Want to Fly, and Dismember to follow up. But the circle of spell is not the max range. You could go a little bit outside the circle. I do believe that's the case. But anyway, Na'Vi pick up 2 kills, extending their lead 2 to 4, and Unstoppable is getting chased down by a huge army of Spiderlings. It's like Dendi and Puppy. They're going to take down this tier 1 tower in the top lane. Puppy doing the smart thing, pulling off the creeps, allowing his own creeps as well as Pudge to get those free last hits on the tower. Pudge aiming to get it. He is going to get it.
top tower has
Pudge is doing
fallen.
pretty well for himself, leading the way as far as gold per minute goes. And really, Na'Vi missing the meld hit. That sucks. Really, Na'Vi, their 3 core heroes are leading the way as far as farm goes. That's exactly what you want. Arzart, Light of Heaven, waiting for Arstyle to pop out of that invisibility. Light of Heaven does have a soul ring. Is going for a Sage Mask. Orchid, of course. Of course, it's Orchid. But Arzart and Admiration now moving down to the spot lane. Unstoppable is very weak. He's using up all his bottle charges. Instant hex from him, and Admiration has a double damage ring. Only 1 second stun, but one smack of that giant double damage is going to bring down the Morphling. Now Arstyle trying to hide in the trees. Light of Heaven can use his web to reveal everything, and Arstyle is going to take a Reality Rift. Burrow Strike out from Arzart, onto Arzart rather. Sandstorm just in time. No Sentry Wards, and Arstyle just gonna barely live. Na'Vi, I mean, they took down the Morphling. I'm sure they're okay with letting Arstyle walk away, or at least surviving for now. He could still go down. They don't have any AoE though, so they can't actually take him down without like Pudge. That's really the only hero that can do it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Arstyle still in a very delicate situation. He doesn't have enough mana to pretty much sit in this Sandstorm forever. Instead, they're going to go for Unstoppable Ward Trap plus a 3-second stun. Light of Heaven popping off Soul Ring to get some Spiderling injects as well as Arstyle still alive at 18 HP. Dubas is going to find Light of Heaven. No, he's not. Light of Heaven, being the slippery bastard that he is, going to put webs everywhere. Gale going to miss. And Arstyle is going to walk away finally, unless Admiration is here. He is here. CK Bolt, 4-second stun, annihilating that Sand King. Ward, unfortunately, not blocking Admiration. Here comes Dendi. Look for the hook. Look for the hook. Unstoppable, you better juke. Duck and weave. Hook is going to hit, despite Unstoppable's juking. And Unstoppable's going to take a Dismember Reality Rift as well. He's going to have enough time to wait for him out, though. Light of Heaven is giving chase with the Spiderlings. I do think it'll be enough to kill out this Morphling. Soul Ring, Spiderling inject. Soul Ring, Spiderlings. Oh, just barely not enough. 15 HP, and now Dubas going toe-to-toe with Light of Heaven, going to drop down a web and try to go for the Venomancer. Light of Heaven still very much alive. Waveform in, plus a Power Shot is going to bring that down. Hook, not going to latch from Dendi. And they are going to pick off that hero for free. Always Want to Fly getting Shackle onto Dendi, who's in a little bit of a tough situation. The right clicks from Always Want to Fly will be enough, I feel. One more right click, and the Magic Charge is keeping him alive for one more click. And there's Windrunner's kill. Admiration with Invisibility Rune is going to find Always Want to Fly. Is he going to go on this? There's a 3-second stun, as well as Arstyle there to support. Reality Rift is going to take down Always Want to Fly. No, Burrow Strike from Arstyle, plus a Shackle to a tree. Admiration is going to go down, buying up all the items that he possibly can before he does go down. Unfortunately, Arzart, a little bit too far away, didn't want to unleash that shock that would have killed the Windrunner. They did not expect Arstyle plus Dubas to be there to support. Na'Vi, they let that kill just slip away from them. They could have easily had that. Constant teleportations on the spot lane. Light of Heaven can go straight for Arstyle. They drop down one Sentry Ward a little bit too far away, but they have another one. Arstyle now revealed, gonna get hexed up. There's the Insatiable Hunger from Light of Heaven, plus the Shackles from Arzart. Gonna bring down the Sand King. Unstoppable gonna wait for him and kill that Shadow Shaman. Light of Heaven gonna go toe-to-toe with Unstoppable. He should be able to win this because of the huge amount of lifesteal that he has, plus Spiderlings. Unstoppable does he have a way for him in 2 seconds? He does. He does. He's gotta watch out for his mana. There's the way for him, but he's trying to go for a kill instead of escaping. That's gonna be a huge mistake. That might cost him his life. He is very low on mana. Oh no, the hook missing. That could be Unstoppable's escape plan right there. He's one more Spiderling tick. Unstoppable is gonna get the trees juked away, and Light of Heaven unfortunately can't kill Unstoppable. Dendi, huge mistake from him. Arstyle gonna miss his Burrow Strike, and more teleportations coming in, but Unstoppable gets to live. Dendi with the hook tried to get a kill. If he didn't hook anything, that would have been the kill. But instead, Arstyle gonna walk right back into more Sentry Wards. Where's the Reality Rift? Where's the hook? Looks like that's going to be it. Wow, I cannot believe that Unstoppable survived. A huge blunder by Dendi, throwing out that hook. If he didn't throw that hook, he would have been fine. Oh, Puppy on the run from Alucard. Sonic Trap once again going to hit, but doesn't look like he wants to push his luck. TA going to go for a Ring of Aquila? That's pretty interesting. Usually TAs just go Phase Boots Bottle and then straight for the Blink Dagger. Anything else just slows him down. Always Want to Fly. Going to take a 2-second stun. Hook from Dendi. Going to bring the Windrunner down to the bot lane where she is going to get eaten alive. Goodbye, Windrunner. Pudge doesn't have enough mana. Oh no, now he does. He has the bottle. So 4 from Na'Vi. They really want this tower dead. Slowly getting worked down. Admiration gonna land a 3-second stun onto Arstyle. Where's Dendi's hook? There's a set of Ward Trap onto Arstyle. Arstyle's gonna get killed by an illusion from Dendi. Arzart is gonna try to make his way out from Unstoppable. Dubas is in the middle of a whole pile of Na'Vi heroes, and Dendi gets a triple kill. I don't know how he managed to outright click the frickin' wards with an illusion. But that happened. The tower did go down. They could keep going with this one. They have Light of Heaven, a lot of meat on the front lines, and they need to pull back like the Sand King or someone, but only level 2 Burrow Strike. He got 3 points in Sandstorm. You'd never see that because he's being defensive. He's 1-5-1. If he Burrow Strikes in, he's going to get killed. That's just a fact. Arzart, and that was actually Puppy's Arcane Boots going to extend this push. Admiration. Oh no, that was actually Sonic Trap stolen by Puppy. Dendi going to look for a hook. There's a hook. Oh, beautiful hook onto Admiration once again. Admiration really got to work on his dodging of those hooks. He's going to get lashed to a spider, but a Sonic Trap onto 4 is unstoppable. Waveforms in. Huge mistake. 3-second stun plus a Hex. A lot of layering of the chain stuns, but it doesn't look like they actually want to fight this out. Hook going to latch on Always Want to Fly. He's going to get dismembered. There goes the Windrunner once again. Sonic Trap onto 3. As something got stolen is the Morph for Puppy, so he's going to have a lot of strength. Boss can take a 3-second stun. He's going to get rotted down as well. Dendi does have another hook. He's going to throw it out. He's going to throw it out. Hit Art Style, predicting the juke. Beautiful hook by Dendi, and he's going to bring down the Sand King. Oh my god. This Pudge, man. This frickin' Pudge. Unstoppable. Everyone, ban out frickin' Pudge from Na'Vi, or else he will kill you. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys saw that, but you should have, because Artstyle was right here, and Puppy threw the hook over here, knowing that Artstyle would juke up. How freaking insane. If Artstyle was a noob, like if he wasn't good, then he would have been safe. But because he was good, he died. And that's like, what do you do against that? Seriously, how do you handle that? It's so difficult. It's so difficult. Dendi's gonna teleport back up to this top lane, fend off the TA, who has been getting a little bit of farm time. She has gone straight for the Blink Dagger, so I guess the Wraith Band was just a momentary purchase. Gonna get a little more power early game, in my opinion, a waste of gold, but hey, she has it, and she has a Blink Dagger also, so fair enough. Anything that works, I guess. So Na'Vi, they tore down the bot lane of Kharkiv and picked up a couple of heads along the way. Let's see what their next objective is going to be. Looks like, I mean, TA wasn't in that fight at all. TA was on that top lane that entire time. And really, you need the TA's damage. That's why you pick up the TA. Oh, waveform in from Puppy. Can telekinesis always want to fly into a hook? Yes, hook did latch, and Dendi gets yet another kill. Burrow Strike in from Arcel, though, going for Admiration as he takes a Gale. And here comes Alucard, going to bring down Admiration with 2 right clicks. Dendi's still in the middle of everything. He can get Dismember onto Arcel, but he's taking a lot of damage in return. He's probably going to go down here. He does have some stick charges. He's going to have to first use them. He does have a hook as well. He can take a Sonic Trap. Alucard looking to close the distance. Dendi trying to earn himself up. Puppy's going to get waveformed in, though. Hook going to miss as Arcel is already dead. Puppy now on the run from Unstoppable. He should be able to escape with Arzart covering his back. But Dendi is going to drop to himself, actually committing suicide. So good play there by Pudge. Even buying back. He wants blood right now. But there's the damage that Kharkiv really need. I mean, Alucard was at the top lane whenever throughout this whole bottom lane skirmish. And you saw how much damage TA did. It's pretty huge. It's pretty huge. So if they had her there, things would have been extremely different. But TA, I mean, she farmed up her Blink Dagger. So now Kharkiv are going to be a little bit more powerful. Get that positioning going. Get those meld hits going. And they will be able to do a lot more with that hero now. Light of Heaven still in this bot lane, a constant nuisance. He's going to run straight into the TA. Sonic Trap's going to throw out. Do they have any vision? They shouldn't. I didn't see any vision. Boss doesn't have any vision either. Oh, Spiderlings, run! Run, Venomancer! Spotted out. Does Dendi want to go for this? He has a Force Staff, so his mobility is off the charts right now. Hook is going to latch onto Alucard, but he's not going to actually dismember. He's going to save it. Very interesting there. Burrow Strike from Admiration is waveform in from Puppy. Admiration trying to fight off Arcel and Unstoppable. Going to get a 4-second stun. Only level 1 Phantasm hook from Dendi. Going to latch onto Arcel. Arcel is going to drop to that. And Unstoppable also got shot down by all the Fade Bolts and everything. Earn Charge on the TA is going to tick her down as Dendi gets a godlike double kill streak. 10-3. This time it was the Windrunner who is a long way from home on the top lane farming. But Na'Vi, they're just all over this game. I mean, CK is getting a lot. Dendi is getting the most. And, I mean, Dendi's Pudge, man. It's pretty scary. It's pretty darn scary. Always Want to Fly did pick up the top lane tower, so I guess that's something. If they're going to lose Roshan in exchange, not sure if that's worth it. Roshan should be brought down safely. And yellow is around, so you can power shot someone, I guess. But Roshan is going to drop. Who's going to get the Aegis? It's going to be Pudge and an instant smoke up from Na'Vi. They always want to fly. If the Pudge hook lands, this Windrunner is screwed. Windrunner knows what's going on. Purple teleporting in. That is going to be Alucard, but Dendi is around. He is still invisible. And he is going to go fishing. 10 bonus strength on him. There's the hook. Going to latch on the TA. And there's, once again, no dismember there. I don't know why he doesn't do that. He's going to get dismembered, interrupted by this. Oh, 4-second stun onto Alucard. Fade Bolt plus a shock, and the TA drops like a rock. Dubas going to get an earn charge on him. Might survive this. Hook onto Always Wanna Fly. Once again, Dendi doesn't have enough cooldown for a hook. He's going to force himself forward, but he does pick up that kill regardless. Always Wanna Fly also dropping. Now Arzart might be in a little danger. Puppy stole the waveform. Unstoppable getting silenced by Light of Heaven. Hook out from Artstyle is Dendi again on the high ground. Going to work down the Sand King. Just right click him down. Unstoppable's going to try to waveform out of here. Light of Heaven unfortunately cannot do enough damage to actually bring that down. And Dendi did lose his Aegis to Arzart. There's a long range earn charge though, and the Sand King is going to drop. No way to dodge this. He's going to try to do everything he can before, and the hook is going to latch onto Unstoppable. Dismember Rot. Don't think it'll be enough to actually kill him unless Puppy's there for the Fade Bolt. Doesn't have enough mana, but it will be enough for that Rot damage to take effect. And Dendi's hooks off the frickin' chart. Insane pudge play. Oh my god, I love Na'Vi. I mean, usually people are like, oh yeah, Na'Vi, Oppa, Dendi, but they don't actually like them. But holy shit, this pudge. This pudge, man. I don't think I like Na'Vi or Dendi as much as I like Dendi's pudge. Puppy gonna take a shackle shot to a tree. Alucard gonna hit him with that meld. Hook gonna miss. And Light of Heaven is now in tower range. He should be able to get out of here. Is there any true sight? Yes, there is dust. So he could dust for Light of Heaven. But Dendi is still on the sidelines. Doesn't have much. His bottle is empty, and he doesn't have that Aegis anymore. Gonna look for that hook onto anyone. Shackling Dendi to a tree, though. In the meantime, Admiration, as well as Puppy taking out Sand King. Dendi is going to drop from this. Yes, he will. As Alucard attempts to get ward trapped. He is not going to get ward trapped, but doesn't matter. 2-second stun into the wards is going to be enough to bring him down. Na'Vi just relentless in their attacking. Shackle gonna fly, not gonna latch on anyone, and Admiration is looking for out of it. He is gonna find it on Always Wanna Fly, 4-second stun, but he has to back up. He has a regeneration rune, so he should be able to pop that and then get right back into the fight if Na'Vi continue to push this. And so far, I mean, they have shown no signs of letting up. They could just keep going. Tier 2 tower, I mean, the Serpent Wards are a little bit far away, so I guess if they were closer, then they would have had it by now. But Na'Vi without that pudge, that's their initiation right there, and that's a freaking armlet. Oh my god, Dendi. I mean, I like Dendi's play, don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic player. But I think that people are like a little bit too excited at him, a little bit too much fanboy stuff going on there. But if you see his pudge, man, I am such a big fan of Dendi's pudge. I don't think it's possible for anyone to not be a fan of this guy's pudge. Out of this world. Out of this frickin' world. And really, I'm putting a lot of emphasis on Dendi, but really his team is performing perfectly. I mean, Puppy hasn't died yet, so that's one thing. On a support Rubik and you haven't died, that's pretty good. But his telekinesis his usage of telekinesis has been pretty spot on, holding people and bringing them back. Dendi might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to force staff himself out. He should be fine. Shackle not going to latch, and that's going to mean his escape. Hook, blind, going to save the range creep, and then deny him right after. Oh, Sonic Trap is going to latch. Does Alucard want more here? Does have a Blink Dagger? Puppy is around. Yeah, Arzart just spot on with those disables. Then Light of Heaven, I mean, pushing down that bot lane relentlessly. Hook, gonna latch onto Arzart. I don't know how, but he set up for a double burrow strike. That could be bad. Arzart can pop up dust, but he's getting a huge meld hit. Puppy latch to a tree, not doing anything, but he's not getting focused. 4-second stun, and plus a shackle onto Alucard. There goes his refraction charges, and he's gonna get dropped very, very soon. Reality Rift plus a huge hit there. Artstyle gonna get injected by Spiderlings once more. Dubas now getting worked over by the Insatiable Hunger plus the bite. Now the Always Wanna Fly, the only one to escape from that bloodbath. Na'Vi, that's exactly what I'm saying. I mean, yes, Dendi's hitting the hooks. Yes, it's spectacular. But everyone from Na'Vi just played spot on there, absolutely perfectly in that fight. Didn't drop a single person. Got a 3-man sweep even after a 2-man burrow strike as an opening from Arzart. And that's going to lead to the destruction of the Tier 2 tower. Do they want to push this? Arzart does have the Serpent Ward, so they can take this down. The Spiderling army isn't the biggest, but it should be enough to tank down this tower. Is starting to take a lot of damage now. Power shot's going to fly. They got to watch out. Dendi looking for that hook. Burrow strike in from Arzart, going to get disrupted by the telekinesis, and Arzart is going to get hexed, and he's going to drop as well. Shackle. Dendi is shackled to a creep, but get dropped regardless. Admiration taking a gale, so he's going to be slowed down. 2-second stun, plus Reality Rift onto Alucard, taking a lot of damage. Hook, not going to miss, not going to hit this time, and Alucard is going to survive right now. Shackling Admiration to Arzart. This could mean the death of the CK, but there's no more damage coming out there. Reality Rift is going to get them an escape. Unstoppable trying to run away. He's going to use the replicate to get out. Light of Heaven holding his ground. Going to take off that TA. And Admiration somehow still alive with that armlet. Armlet surfing. OP. Now Dendi's even going to be armlet surfing as well. Looking for a hook onto Always Wanna Fly. Not going to hit. Always Wanna Fly with the foresight to move out of the way. But these Raxes are taking a little bit of damage. Range Raxes are going to fall. Bro Strike in from Artsal. Going to try to go for Admiration. But instant hex up from Art. And he's going to drop instantly. Power Shot going to fly. 4 second stun though onto Jubas. Jubas is also going to drop. Puppy stole freaking Sandstorm. Hook onto Unstoppable is going to latch. Instant silence from Light of Heaven. Reality Rift plus a Dismember plus a Shackle is going to mean that Dendi gets a double kill. And these Raxes are going to fall. Na'Vi have taken down the Raxes 23 minutes in. Oh my god, this game is so freaking amazing. I love it. I love it so much. Always Wanna Fly. Gotta watch out. If he gets Reality Rifted or Telekinesis or anything, he's gonna go down. Everyone from Na'Vi pushing the front lines. Shackling Dendi to Puppy could be a good chance to engage. But the damage is simply not there. Alucard is now silenced, shackled up as well. There goes his refraction. 4 second stun. Bro Strike hitting only Arzard. Hook not going to fly. Not going to latch, rather. Arzard now stuck in a corner because of Artstyle blocking his way. Light Heaven trying to go for Jubas. Artstyle is still alive somehow. Mech being popped off. And Always Wanna Fly trying to finish the kill, but he does not. Everyone from Na'Vi is surviving. And now Jubas, he did get away from Light of Heaven with the Gale. It's pretty intense slowing right there. But everyone from Na'Vi, I mean, how long has this push been going on? The Urn charges, the Arcane Boots, the frickin' the mechanism, and there's the GG call from Artstyle. Dendi's gonna go fishing, not gonna find a fish. Oh, but this game, I love Dendi's Pudge. I do, I really do. It's so spectacular to watch because really, you don't see anyone else play Pudge. I don't think I've seen anyone else play Pudge. He's gonna latch Artstyle one more time for old time's sake. And Pudge, I mean, did he take a point of stats? No, he didn't. What? He's level 15. Maybe he has a skill point? Sure, why not? But anyway, that's gonna be it, guys. Na'Vi steamrolling Kharkiv there. Everyone from Na'Vi playing just spot on. The hooks from Pudge, the support from Puppy onto that Pudge. Arzart with the clutch disabled as well. That's gonna be it, guys. Na'Vi just completely crushed Kharkiv. You gotta ban out that Pudge, man. As I was saying in the draft, I mean, sometimes you gotta ban out the Wisp against certain teams. For Na'Vi, you ban out the Pudge, or else this happens. That's gonna be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. GG.